Hey there, it's Elizabeth and welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Today I'm going to do a video response for Mamie, who asked if I could show how I sew in signatures into a handmade journal. There is lots of inspiration on YouTube. I've learned everything from YouTube videos. So if you just simply search Pamphlet Stitch or junk journals, there are many inspirational videos on how to go about doing that. One of the ladies that I enjoy very much watching is Deli Girl 1961, and I'll link her below. She does absolutely gorgeous journals. And yes, check her out. She also does tutorials, so I've learned a lot from her. So this is a journal that I'm making right now for a dear friend. I simply made it out of a box, sort of like this one, only obviously this one's a little bigger. So it is simply made out of a box that was going to go into the recycling. So I covered it in scrapbook paper, and I'm currently now in the process of sewing my signatures in. When I get this book completely done, I will do a flip through to show you all the different things that I've put in here. I don't want this video to be too long, and I just want to show you how to do the pamphlet stitch because that is the question I was asked. So let's get started. There are a few things you're going to need. One thing is an awl. This awl is very special to me. This is a pokey tool and it can hurt you, so be careful. It is used for making holes and things. And this is a special awl to me because it's probably about 100 years old by now. I'm sure it's 100 years old at least. It was given to me by one of my husband's adopted grandmothers. So she was a very sweet lady that they knew from church, and I was lucky enough to be gifted a lot of her sewing notions when she passed away a long time ago. So you need an awl. You're also going to need some kind of thread. I happen to use crochet thread. The way that I wound it on the clothespin here is an idea from Pinterest, and I have a whole basket of my crochet thread, and that's how I store it. And the preferred thread to use for binding journals is actually waxed linen. I do not have any, but I have been known to use dental floss at times. But a lot of times I just use this because I have it and I like to use what I have. So you need some kind of thread. You will need a needle. I hope you can see that. I can't. I use a needle that has a large eye in it. It's just easier, obviously, to thread the needle. And this is a blunt end. I'm not sure what it's used for originally, but I use it for this. So yeah, this part here is not sharp, pointy. And of course, you'll need some scissors. Okay, so let's get started. Here is the inside of my book, and here is my spine. My spine measures an inch across, okay? This part here is an inch across. So I decided to put 3 signatures in. What I do first is I find the center point. I find the center going vertically, and then I find the center going horizontally, and I poke a hole in the center, okay? Then what I did simply was scoot over. I measured 1/4 of an inch to the right and 1/4 of an inch to the left, and then I put 2 more holes there, and then I measured 1/2 an inch from the top and did my holes. And what did I say? 1/2 an inch from the top, yes, and 1/2 an inch from the bottom up, and put my hole there. So on the spine I have somewhat centered, sorry, let me hold it this way, somewhat centered 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 going across this way and 3 going across this way because I'm going to have 3 signatures. Now, signatures, this is a signature. And all a signature is a grouping of papers that you are going to put into your journal. In this case, I'm sewing it in. When you look at the book from the top here, if you can see it, there you go. See, you can see the two signatures right here, and then I'll add the third one in. And I'll do that now so that you can see how it's done. Now, I just pretty much put the pages together in the signature, get them, you know, as close to even as I can. Hopefully my doilies in here are somewhat even. Okay. Then, if you'll notice, I've done the same thing inside the signature. In the center of the signature, I have poked my holes, okay? The same way that I did in the spine. So just to make sure that, let's scoot this over, that I've poked everything and, you know, everything has a hole, I'm going to simply just use my awl and go through the holes again. Make sure everything has a clear way for the thread. I have the binding clips on here just to keep everything straight and together. So this is going to be sewn right in here, okay? So what we do is we take our thread, waxed linen again is the way to go, but I just don't have any. So you're gonna measure 3 lengths of your spine. That's how much thread or floss or whatever you're using, you're gonna need. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna cut that off. My hands are quite shaky today, so excuse me. I'll try to see if I can do this. Okay, so let me see if I can get the needle threaded. That would be a plus. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Ah. Oh, come on now. Okay, there we go. So it's threaded. Okay, so we're going to go into our signature and we are going to start in the center. Okay, just make sure that they're all together. Okay, so you poke it through the center, and if you can see that, I don't know, there it's coming out, okay? So we're gonna pull it gently this way, and we're gonna leave a tail, okay, on the inside. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and attach that to my binding clip just to keep it in place, okay? So now we have the thread going through the center and it's coming out the back of the signature, okay? Now we're gonna go to the center of the spine. We're gonna poke our needle through, okay? And we're just gonna pull it gently, okay? This is kind of tedious, but you know, you'll get through it. What is that? Oh, that's a tag maybe? Yeah, okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna pull it through. Now it is pulled through the center, okay? Then we're gonna flip the book over, okay, now that it's in the center, and we're gonna go up to the top hole, and we're gonna put our needle through, and then this is where it gets most tedious, okay? So we're going to look for the hole that we've made in our signature. We're gonna stick the needle. Let's not get the thread tangled. We're gonna stick that through the hole, and again, it can be tedious, okay? So bear with me. So we're gonna stick it through the hole until we can feel it coming through the other side. There it comes, okay? So we're gonna gently pull that through, okay? And we're gonna pull it, you know, taut, okay? There it is on the back. There's our first thing. So we have it coming through the top. Now we're gonna go through the center. My only advice is try not to split this thread, if at all possible. So we're gonna go back through the center this time. Oops, sorry, let me get in frame here. And see, there's my needle, if you can see the shine. Okay, and then I'm going to search for the hole. There we go. And there it's coming out the other side there, okay? So we just pull that through, pull it taut. Whoops, sorry. having a hard time staying in frame here. Okay, so we're gonna pull that a little bit taut. Now we're gonna go to the bottom and we're gonna put our needle in through the bottom, and we're gonna do the same thing all over again. The tedious part, we're gonna try to look in our signature for the hole that we made, and we are going to try our best. Let's see here, without like totally ripping pages or anything like that. We're gonna try our best to, and you might have to like open up and, you know, just to make sure that you're getting through all of your sections. Okay, so we're gonna get through, okay, there we are. So now we're through. So we're gonna pull this through the bottom of the book, okay? And we're gonna pull it taut as well. So now if you'll see, you see my 3 signatures are sewn in. They're not perfect, after all, nothing's perfect. So there we have that. And we are now at the end stage of binding our signatures in, okay? So we're gonna take this piece here that was our original starting piece, this bottom piece, and we are going to tie it off in the center, okay? So we're gonna bring it to the center, we're gonna pull it tightly, but not tight enough, you know, to break the thread. Because I'm having to do this one-handed, we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we are going to, let me see here. We're going to one-handed try to do this knot. So I'm just bringing this around, okay, to make a knot. And yeah, this is a tedious part too, but you'll get through it. Okay, make sure it's tight, and then you simply tie a knot. And then for good measure, we tie a knot again. Okay, and then like that. And then you just snip off, try to anyway. These aren't my fabric scissors, so this is taking a bit. Okay, there, a little bit more effort. I don't mind having this in the center. I think it's just part of the handmade look. Some people, you know, glue these 2 pages together and make like a pocket, just so they can cover up their stitching. Again, I like the homemade look, so, and there you have it. Now, my 3rd signature is in the book, and my book is now ready to finish decorating and all of that. If you look at the top here, you can see, oops, the 3, see that? The 3 signatures are sewn in there. And then this is how the side looks, the spine. Again, it's not perfect, but you know, I think that that just adds to the charm of it being handmade. Now, when I get this book all finished up and all decorated and all my pages done, I will do a flip through if you so desire, to show you how it ended up coming out. And yeah, thank you so much, Mamie, for your question. I hope that this helped. I really do. I'm not very good at, like, you know, showing things or, you know, teaching. I don't know. But if you have any more questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. Thanks for your time, and I will catch you next time, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.